Hi guys, welcome to the Black Bear Wilderness area, and on the Regular Guy channel at that. Yeah, it's me, and here's a water snake. I don't think it's a moccasin. I could be wrong. I think it's just a banded water snake. Moccasins are a little heavier bodied than these guys. But for me, I would need to get a really good look at it, and I think it's just a banded water snake. I've got 3 locations today. Here's a bird. I don't know what kind of bird this is. If you guys know, just please put it in the comments. This way, next time I can tell you exactly. 3 locations today. This is my first location. This is the one last time there were some bears walking across a little stream. What I did was I just took my camera and kind of rotated it about 90 degrees on the tree, and I'm pointing it in another direction. Yeah, got a lot of raccoons. This guy's well, I'm not sure what he's doing. Just being a raccoon, I guess. Doing his raccoon thing. Looking for a snack. And here's a white heron, maybe? Not real sure. There's a raccoon again. Could say another raccoon. I could say the same one. Looks like a different one though. I don't think he's quite as beefy as the one we just saw. So, yeah. And again, he's looking for a snack too. This location, I think, yeah, I like how they just rub their butts on stuff. I scent marking, I suppose. But yeah, I think aside from those birds, raccoons is pretty much all that I got at this location. Yeah. They really do look like pandas from the back, a red panda. I can see how people would assume they were from the same family. A lot of similarities there. These guys really are playful though. So check this coming up. Hi guys, Regular Guy here at the Black Bear Wilderness area, and I just had to show you this beauty right here. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Look at her. She is amazing, and she's bigger than the palm of my hand. However, there's a little male spider up here. I don't know if you can notice him.
Morning. Oh, nice
Morning. Yeah, isn't that beauty?
Yeah.
There's a little male spider up there. He's got love on his mind, and she's looking for a meal, so yeah, yeah, there are some guys that like to boop the spiders. I am not one of those guys. Look at her, man. She is just amazing. Look at those oh, look at those everything. She's see if I can zoom her in a little bit. Nope, maximum zoom already because I don't want to get too close. She is great. Alright, that very large arachnid brought us up to the captain's log. Check this fella out. You know, bears, you just never know what they're going to do. They're so unpredictable. Watch what this guy does. Yeah, he just sits down. Why did he just sit down? I don't know. Maybe he was waiting his turn to go across. I don't know. Here's an opossum crossing the log. Yeah. Here's a snake bird. I know sometimes fishermen, we see these guys in the water, and they try to steal our bait or steal the fish that we've just hooked. I've seen these guys grab flounders off the bottom. They're really good hunters. They're good predators, and I've seen people actually hook them while they were fishing because they are so efficient. And here he is drying his wings. You see them doing this a lot here in Florida. You know, they'll be standing on a culvert or a tree stump near the water, just basking in the sun, because that's what they do. And I've got another one coming up.
Hi guys, I'm out here at the Black Bear Wilderness area. You can probably hear the cicadas and that owl that just turned around to look at me because I started talking. It's in the shadow and it's hard to make out, but it is an owl, a barred owl, I believe. Yeah, there's animals out here if you look. Hello, Mr. Owl. Or Mrs. Owl, as the case may be. I really don't know from this angle. Oops. From this angle. Lost her. There she is. Yes. I'll film her as long as she lets me. Or him. Sorry. Whoa. About to walk off the trail here. Hello. Looking right at me. Can't see your face though. Owl just flinched because there was a noise in the woods, so I don't know what that is. But yep, owl at the Black Bear Wilderness. Hello. Yep. Very cool.
Alright, this brings us to our third location. There's an oinker just walking by. This is well, I mean, they're all directly off the beaten path, but there was a deer walking by. Here's an armadillo. I don't know why the armadillos run through here. Maybe it's because of the raccoons. I don't know. I imagine the raccoons would bother an armadillo. I mean, they seem pretty mischievous even if they're not hungry. Here's a coyote. Yeah, we got coyotes out here. One thing I haven't seen in this set of clips is a bobcat. But they're still out there. Make no mistakes about that. There's a deer just doing what deer do. Just browsing. I like this little fawn. I don't think this fawn's ever seen a trail camera before. Yeah, just for that reason I say I don't think it's ever seen a trail camera. Still a little unsure. They're so pretty with the spots. I just wanted you guys to take a moment to look at the spots on these deer. They're just cool. Here's a squirrely squirrel. I'm not sure what he's doing. I guess he just climbed down off of that tree because he was looking for a snack, I suppose. I guess they just don't like to put their feet on the ground if they don't have to. He's staying on the tree there, on that branch. Here's a deer. Just checking things out. I mean, we know the pigs go through there. I don't think the pigs bother the deer so much. But if they were to encounter a bear, that might be a different story. Here's a younger deer, or maybe just different genetics, because the older deer I normally see have fully black tails, and this one's not quite fully black. Although it does look like a full-size deer. Here's a fawn again. These fawns, man, them dots, they're like fingerprints. They're so different on every single animal. You know, it's funny, I was watching this with Time with D, and every time that deer's ears swivel, I would look in that direction to see what it is that this deer is hearing. Here's a deer combing the fur on its tail. Look at this. A lot of people don't know their bottom teeth are kind of like a fine-tooth comb. They've got the spaces in them. That's why when they use their bottom teeth and they pull up, kind of combing all the stuff out of their fur that they don't want, the ticks, the mites, and all the other things that shouldn't be there. Look at the tusks on this guy, man. Yeah, I would stay away from that one. Here's a couple of deer. Just browsing, doing what they do. And look at this here, that somebody's gonna come walking by, and the deer just like, oh, okay. So I don't think that person was even aware that the deer were watching him. And look at this. This is, I think, 3 families of deer coming together. I see 2 moms in the front, another mom in the back. You know, they kind of move around a little bit, so it's really hard to get them in the right position, or just wait for them to get into a place. There's another deer behind that first one there. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you have to go back and look at it, feel free. I counted 8. Now, I've watched this several times, trust me. Yeah, and here's still part of that extended family, just still milling around. Doing what they do. Yeah, it's amazing how these look at this fawn. This fawn is looking over in the direction of the trail that people walk on. And the fawn's looking over there simply because there's people on the trail, see? Maybe this is why the deer come to Black Bear, to watch the people. I don't know. Here's another pig. I had to slow him down. He was kind of moving pretty fast through there. Only moved him, slowed him down about half speed though. Another deer. Looks like that same one with the not fully black tail. Almost the same posture, the same position in the forest, the same place. Because, you know, these animals, they are creatures of habit, so they tend to stick to the trails that they know are safe until they no longer become safe. And their reflexes are pretty good, and you ain't catching this deer. Certainly not doing. Yeah, that was deer in the rain. Here's a couple of pigs walking by. They were just on the fringe of the camera, so I just kind of caught them a little bit. Not fully, but a little. And here's another one. Boy, those black ones are just so hard to see at night. Unless they're right in front of the camera, then the light, it lights them up pretty good. But they cruise through pretty fast. I had to slow these guys down pretty much all the time. More deer in the dark. That one went through. Here's a fawn. I mean, even in the IR light, you can still see the spots. This guy's probably maybe got another month to go before he loses them, or a couple months. That I'm not real sure about. I mean, I know they do lose them, I just don't know when. And this will be the last video that comes up. Last clip, I'm sorry. Before the, well, I don't have the raccoons anymore. I've got this bear. He's waiting for you to come by and see him. So, and when you're there, take only pictures, leave only footprints. Don't leave any trash. Don't leave any pet droppings. They just don't like it. Yeah, don't do it. Come back and see them again because, well, that's why they're here. If you're not here watching them, they're here watching you. So, yep. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.